Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to MRC. It is our second brand new track of the season. We've done Qatar, and now for the first time in MRC, we will into the glitzy track of Las Vegas. Brand new track, very poor traction zones at times, it has to be said, and lots of corners with absolutely zero braking points, so this is going to be very, very interesting indeed. I am joined tonight by a driver comms for once, and it's none other than my patriot in supporting Leeds United. It is Mr. Bailey. How are you doing tonight?
Hello. How are we, Simon? I'm good, and how are you?
Oh, I'm surviving. I'm actually a little bit gutted that I'm not racing tonight because I thought I was going to absolutely hate Las Vegas, and you know what? I don't despise it.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I wouldn't say it's my favourite track.
No, absolutely not.
It's definitely not. But like you, I want to dislike it, and I don't dislike it. It's actually kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't hate it. That's as nice as I can be. I don't hate it. I'm getting on with it, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of fun, you know, because, I mean, the track's really low grip, it's cold, it's low drag because of the high-speed straights, and yet there are some very, very deathly difficult corners. So, this could throw up a few treats for the stream, hopefully.
There could be a few spanners in the works. There may be a safety car or two, but that's what keeps it exciting and plays into strategy. So, who have we got in the YouTube chat? Good evening, Mark Hodgson. Lovely to see you. And good evening, Martin. And thank you for my welcome back to comms. It has been a few weeks now. So, our first man who will be doing a lap will be Haggerboy, who is currently coming down the 1.5 kilometer straight, which just seems stupid if you ask me to have a straight that long.
I think it's 1.5 miles, you know.
It's 1.5 miles?
Yeah, it's long. I think it is anyway, but it's very long.
That's just unnecessary. But here we go, he is about to start his lap, so I will do my absolute best to give you an on-board lap with this lovely man, Haggerboy. So he's got another long straight, and it is full throttle round this final corner to the line. Then you're going to brake at about 100 meters, super hard down to third gear. Keep it nice and tight, don't get on the power too soon, you will lose it, and then hold fourth gear around this corner, short shift to fifth, and absolutely plant the throttle out of there to carry as much speed down the first DRS straight. Then you're going to brake about 100, maybe 125 meters, depending on how confident you are, down to third gear, and on the power in fourth gear as soon as possible. Now, there is no braking point for this corner. You've just got to go by feeling, unfortunately. Down to third or second gear. Don't get on the power too quickly. You want to take this section nice and slowly, this three-corner section. And again, get on the power as soon as is humanly possible. And he's done a 45.7 for a first sector, which is not bad going. Now, at the end of this corner, you're going to brake between the traffic lights and the bridge as hard as you can down to third gear. And then you're on to the disgustingly long straight, which I really have very little to say. You want to get a very nice exit, because otherwise you'll be bleeding time down what is an exceedingly long straight, and it will really, really hurt your lap time. Then you're going to brake probably around 100, 125 meters. Again, depending how confident you are, down to third gear. Do not touch the curb on the left. It will send your car all the way to Venus. Get on this power as soon as possible. And then you are flat all the way to the line. And here comes Haggerboy now, who is going to set a banker of a 1 minute 34.9. That is not a bad banker lap.
Oh, that's a respectable time.
And there's G-Star with 34.3.
Oh, he's a man who knows what he's doing.
He does. He's good at what he does, to be fair. And Chris Bailey on a set of intermediates. Why are you learning from Ant?
The track's very cold, so I want all the tyre temp I can get.
Yeah, I can understand that. 33.1 from Aldrich. Hello.
There's only 3 sets of tyres for qualifying because of the format, so I'm saving a set and using the Inter.
Yeah, that's a very good idea, because this is short quali, then we have a sprint, and then we have a 35% race. So you do want to be saving at least one set of softs for the sprint.
Yeah, no, it takes a set of softs for the sprint and a set of mediums, but then it doesn't leave you any softs for the main race. So
yeah.
Effectively, you've got a medium and a hard for the race, and whatever you don't use in qualifying. And in the sprint, you've got a medium and soft, which will be taken away after the sprint regardless, which is only 6 laps.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you're doing 6 laps, really, you probably want to be using a set of soft tyres, ideally.
Well, you'd think, but I think the intermediates are the way.
Do you think? Your 138.2
No,
you're very happy with, are you?
No, I take it back. No. I'll put it like this, my tyres are really hot right now.
Yep.
They're not very happy, and I've nearly put it in the wall about 3 times. And I'm not pushing.
Please do not DNF in quali, Chris. This is not what we need.
It might be interesting.
Well, it's not going to help your title contention.
What title? I'm 40-odd points behind. That's a long shot.
A lot can happen in the last 5 races.
It can.
It's mad to think there's only 5 races left of this season. Absolutely mental.
Yes, and 3 of them are in the new year.
3 of them are in the new year, and they are tracks that we haven't visited this calendar season, but are available on the game. So that'll be a nice little change for you all.
Yes, the lovely Portimao, the lovely Paul Ricard, and the fantastic Shanghai International Circuit.
Do you know what? People don't like Portimao. I love it. People don't like France, and they are absolutely correct. And people don't like China, and they are absolutely correct.
I quite like all 3 of them, to be honest.
That is my opinion of the final 3 races.
I like all 3. I'm quite a big fan.
Do you know what? Actually, I can't complain too much about France, because the last time we were there, I was in Tier 2 for my one-off season, and I got my 1 podium in Tier 2, so I probably shouldn't complain too much.
Oh, you should enjoy it then.
In theory.
Right. Well, yes. Ooh. That's enough intermediate time, I think. It's time to stop messing around.
Yes, you've got time for 2 soft runs now, and then you've still got a spare set.
Yes, exactly. I tell you what, though, the track temperature right now is in single figures.
Oh, that is just disgusting.
And the air temperature is about 17, 18 degrees, I think it just said. But track temperature is single figures. For a Formula 1 car, they don't ever see this even in pre-season testing, with the exception of a very rare, wet one-off occasion in Spain.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I read something that they said it was the coldest race in history, I think, apart from Canada in, like, 1980s.
70s, yeah, it snowed one time in Canada, and that was the only exception.
So, I mean, F1 cars are not built for this kind of temperature these days. They're just not. But that's what makes it exciting, you know?
Oh, yes.
Apparently Airways has just set a purple middle sector, if my mini-map isn't lying to me.
He was very, very competitive in practice yesterday. I will credit him. So was Speedy Bullet, by the way. He says he was struggling with traction, but Speedy Bullet had a really good pace yesterday.
Okay.
So keep an eye out on both of them.
33.3 for Airways. That is pretty quick.
That's respectful of that. I'm expecting Tier 1 and Tier 2 drivers to be hitting the 32s, personally.
Yeah, I mean, Doris has already done a 32.8.
Yeah. Mid to low 32s is doable for some of the fast drivers, but again, we will see. The track is so cold, it's hard to say whether it's actually any good right now.
Yeah. Well, I've done 1 practice session and got about a 34.3 or 4, so I mean, at the moment that's top 10, so I can feel alright about that for the moment.
You know it's bad when you're weaving on the strip, on the boulevards, just to try and get some tyre temp.
Oh yeah, no, tyre temp just doesn't exist here, at all.
No. Absolutely not.
And Bailey's about to start his lap, so I'll come back to him, because I would hate to put you off. And here we have what I believe is a brand new driver who puts it on pole with a 32.7. Definitely Duke.
Yes. Very good lap.
Brand new driver, his first outing for the league, and chucks it on provisional pole.
Yeah,
Very
he's a new
nice,
Tier 2
sir.
reserve. He's got fantastic pace, and if he can learn without the assists, he will make his way up the league, I'm sure.
Oh, with a time like that, I can definitely see him making his way up the league. Wookie with a 1:11 at the middle sector, so that's pretty good. Hoseman's out.
Hoseman's
He's
gone.
at a moment.
Turn 4, I think.
Oh, Smith got 5-place grid penalty for having a collision with Hoseman. That is very, very unfortunate. 33.3 for Wookie. That is a very respectable lap as well.
Very good lap. Good for him.
Let's jump
Ooh,
back on
some
board.
traffic on the boulevard. What's going on here?
I see lots
Please
of flashing
move,
red
boys.
lights. One's gone.
Ooh.
Tell you what, Chris Bailey's getting a very lovely tow down towards the line.
I'm not. I'm too far away for it. I want to get closer.
33.5. Not a bad lap, Bailey. Not a bad lap.
There's more in the tank.
There is more in the tank, but, I mean, that's basically your banker on soft. So now you know how you can push.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because you were on inters, so you hadn't quite gotten used to the track on a set of soft tyres. So I'd say there's probably half a second to a second in there, somewhere in that region.
I would like to think.
Bit is also learning from you. He's currently out on a set of intermediate tyres.
He's a wise boy, is Mr. Edens. Don't be fooled by him and his adoration for Sebastian Vettel.
Oh, now
He
what's
is
your hate
quite
on
a
Sebastian
smart man.
Vettel for?
Oh, no, I don't hate there, but I'm just don't be fooled by his blind adoration for Sebastian Vettel. Because behind the Seb love, he is quite a knowledgeable man.
He is a very knowledgeable man, and it has to be said, a very consistent driver.
He is. Mr. Dependable.
Yes, absolutely, and a very,
If you ever
very...
need a man to stand in, he's the man.
He is, and it has to be said, he is a very, very good / irritating defender.
Yeah, no comment. I don't want to boost his ego too much. I've been nice about him already, that's enough.
Yeah, no, we can move on now.
Oh, there's a wall there.
Oh, don't do that, Bailey.
You'll hear that a lot tonight from everybody. Oh, there's a wall. There's
Oh,
another
there's a
wall.
wall. Ryan Barber says, come on, Chris, we've worked on this.
We did. I'm letting you down here, Mr. Barber. We've been working on this for weeks.
Only so far, there's still time. Here comes Doris down to the line, and I believe he's up on his time. Does a 32.3.
Yeah, there you go. I
That
told you
is
the low
a
33s would
very
be
good line.
Yeah.
I
Told you
will
that'd be a
say,
ton.
in the one session I did, this track seems to ramp up a lot across qualifying.
It does.
It's kind of like Bahrain in that sense, that it just ramps up all the way through quali. Here comes Europel. Let's see how he is at the end of the first sector. Half a second up. That's already into the 33s. Oh, a bit of a kick, though, coming out of there onto the long straight. And then you've just got to sit and wait. I'm going to be very interested to see how powerful the DRS is down this straight, because I've done 0 race sims yet.
It benefits you by about 17, 18 kilometers an hour, about 10 to 15 miles an hour, depending on your setup.
But
Something like that.
if you're stuck in a DRS train, it's really not going to achieve a lot.
You'll get in places. It's the slipstream and the length of the straight will benefit you despite the low drag.
Yeah.
But ultimately, yeah, if you're the lead car, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Unless you've got a fantastic exit and then a bit of luck.
And some very, very low wings.
Yes. And even then, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
The slipstream will be the big powerful thing here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to be very interested, because this, for me, is a learning session. I can sit, I can watch what everyone else does, I can figure out what works and doesn't work, and I don't have the stress of trying to have a good finish at the same time. So here comes Kid Dynamite into the middle sector, who does
I just had to speed up so I didn't get hit by him.
Ooh, yeah, he's only a 10th up currently. Very nice exit out of the long straight, though. Single track's out. He's lost it. Martin!
He's gone at the hoof, around the sphere.
What are you like, Martin? He can sit and relax for a bit now. It's fine. Airways has invalidated. Chris Bailey is just starting. We will come back. G-Star
so much traffic.
Snipes is half a second up by the looks of it. Let's see how he is at the end of this sector. 4.5 tenths up for G-Star. Oh yeah, he took that curb. That curb on the left at the end of the long straight just really unsettles the car.
Yeah, it does.
Just avoid it, if you can. That's my top tip to you. But a 33.9 for G-Star, putting him into P10. Oh, and he just completely missed the first corner. Let's see where Chris Bailey is at the end of the second sector. He's 3/10 up. That's P2, P3.
Where's a slipstream when you need one?
I know. Unfortunately not. 33.1, P5.
Didn't feel too good. That's me done.
You'll be relieved to know that currently your main championship rival is in P8.
He's got more in the bag.
Well, you've got to hook the lap up, and that is easier said than done around here. Ryan says, very setup dependent that last chicane, I can really attack it.
He can. We were going through it late last night on the how to ride that curb, and Ryan, I can back you up here. His rear end is very juicy over that chicane, over the curb. He takes it like a pro, and I'm not on about the curb. But also, he's very good over the curb.
If you want to share your secret, Ryan, then, you know, feel free.
He knows how to make his rear end bounce in a good way. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, we're suddenly getting a lot of DNFs, all very much together.
3 cars with all DNFs suddenly. I'm not sure
and
where.
another
4.
one!
Another one.
It's all gone wrong very quickly.
Turn 2 and 3, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And G-Star as well.
Saviour's found 4/10 so far in the first sector. And he's on to the very, very, very long straight. How is he at the end of the middle sector? He's 7/10 up. This could be a very, very good lap. Actually, he takes those curbs very, very nicely as well.
Good for him.
Have to say. Here he comes round the final corner. 31, 32, 33, 2! He's behind you.
I hope he likes to look at my rear end.
Definitely Duke up to P2, the 32.5. He's having a great little debut at MRC.
Great lap. Fantastic pace.
Let's see what Ant's going to do. He will be the last man to cross the line. He is self-proclaimed as not the strongest qualifier, puts it in P19.
He had a lot more pace yesterday. Again, me, Ant, Barber and Bits were all doing all doing quite a lot of practice really
Yeah.
over the course of the evening yesterday, and yeah, I think a lot of people, like you said, haven't got the lap in the bag and they've got more to give.
Yeah, but also I feel like this is the sort of track where maybe, and you can disagree with me, but maybe qualifying's not the most important thing around here.
Well, just don't crash. That's my recommendation.
Well, yeah,
Interestingly,
indeed.
the
It's
Tier 1 boys are not the ones succeeding, it's the lower tier drivers succeeding, weirdly. Maybe it's a line thing. Gotta throw it out there. Racing line.
Yeah, because you've got
Perhaps.
tier 3s in P3, P4, P7, P9, P10.
Yeah.
They
Anyway.
are, yeah. Anyway, that was a very interesting qualifying session. And now we have an 8-lap sprint race.
Indeed. And sadly, it's not raining, but it'll be just as slippy as if it was.
Well, I was going to say, I think this is one of very few tracks where I don't think rain is going to make very much difference because the track is so cold anyway.
Yeah. Although the Delta here says that the mediums and the softs will have the exact same performance. I've also just got a message from Ant. He's having issues with his brake pedal, which he's had a long-term issue.
Yeah. I remember when we did the UK versus the world race in Imola. I was just driving along and I get a message on PSN that was just, "I'm letting you past, my brake pedal isn't working." Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's the wise thing in his respect to let you through, but
Yeah.
it's a shame for him. Hopefully he can get it fixed, but I know he's had this problem for a while.
Yeah. Maybe it's time to just get some new pedals, mate. So let's see what tyres everyone has gone for. 95% of the grid is on softs. We've got Smith at Ant, Single Track, Bit, Airways, and Wookie on mediums.
I was thinking for going for the mediums just because they're a little bit better long term, but ultimately the soft tyre, that gives you more temperature
Yeah.
and a better temperature range to work with. Also, I want to use this as a learning opportunity for the race, both tonight and Monday, for how the soft is going to work.
Yeah.
Because that, again, is the lack of information we've all got on this track. This MRC-X session really is going to be a massive benefit to all the drivers in the league who would like to learn. Whether you're racing or not, this is a great opportunity for us all to learn about this track, strategies, and opportunities for us through overtaking as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And, with the mediums, you talk about heat up. You've only got 6 laps. If the mediums are taking 3 laps to heat up, that is going to be problematic for you.
Yeah. I mean, don't be surprised if people do two warm-up laps in qualifying to get the proper heat and the temperature and the tyres and brakes. Something a few of us were discussing yesterday. It could be an option. It could be a wise move because the tyres just don't warm up.
Yeah, I think a double warm-up is not the worst idea around this track for qualifying, actually. It's not many tracks you'll do it on these days, but I think this could be one of them.
We're going quite slowly. Our lovely pole sitter is taking their time, shall we say.
Yeah, he's got a plan.
We're doing 113 mile an hour down the Las Vegas Boulevard. Oh, he sped up a little bit, and he slowed down again. Damn it.
I mean, there would be people in this world who would
be
be very happy to drive 113 miles an hour down the Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yes, the locals, I'm sure, must.
Yes. But for an F1 driver, not so much.
Well, with DRS and a slipstream, 226, 228 mile an hour sounds very, very reasonable to reach.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're very wrong
Which is
there.
double that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So here we go. He is coming towards the line now.
Don't forget the start-finish straight is curved.
It
as well.
is.
So people at the back will be facing a completely different direction to people at the front and to turn 1. It's a very short run as well. Don't be surprised to see a bit of chaos at turn 1 as well.
Yes, please take it easy into turn 1, everyone. Let's keep it nice and clean.
I'm happy to be on the outside where I can potentially use the escape road.
Yes, that is very true.
Good luck
so here
to
we
everyone.
go. Good luck, everyone. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are away under the lights of Las Vegas. A very, very good start for definitely Duke. But Doris manages to hold on. And I think we've gotten through relatively cleanly. That's nice to see. Well done, everyone.
Oh, Duke's in the wall.
Oh, yeah, he is indeed. And Chris Bailey gets 2 places for the price of 1.
Yeah, I took Rookie on the outside of 3, and then those two, with the contact of the wall, just got a bit lucky that they couldn't find the grip.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doris is gone. He is run away.
Doris is looking very, very confident right now. 2.3 second lead on the first lap.
I shall try and solve this with some bravery.
Yes, but not too much bravery. Let's keep it out of a wall, Mr. Bailey.
Yes. The only walls I would like is some Walls ice cream.
Oh, that's a good shout right now, even in winter. I think definitely Duke might have some damage because he's already down to P12.
His wing definitely took at least an end plate off.
He is definitely missing an end plate, unfortunately.
I tell you what, this is a track that I'm not trying to belittle people, but this is a track where running line, ABS, and or traction control is going to really, really help you, because the low temperatures mean that lockups and wheel spin is very, very inevitable.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Therefore, a huge performance benefit is there on the table. So
yeah, absolutely, absolutely, it is.
And yeah, I think those drivers with the use of those assists will prosper.
Ooh, G-Star really close to the door and Kid Dynamite there, but I think they got away with that one.
Yeah, I can't keep up with Doris at the moment.
Well, it's still only 2.3 seconds, so the gap isn't expanding, which is good.
It was 2.0 at the end of the Boulevard last lap.
Oh,
so.
Duke's out! Safety car in a sprint.
Ooh.
Interesting.
It won't be out for long. It won't be out for long because of the race duration.
Yeah, this is going to be probably a 1-lap safety car.
I think
unless anyone
in
pits.
the end of lap 4 at the latest.
I'm not sure it will it even wait that long in a sprint.
I think it will. We'll have to have at least 2 laps, I think is how it's coded.
I don't know if they coded it different for a sprint race, so I've never seen a safety car in a sprint race, so I don't actually know. But I don't think anyone's going to pit.
No, if you've got damage then you need to pit, but otherwise you stay out.
Yeah.
Tyre temperatures are going to be interesting here, because obviously they're a lot slower than ideal.
Your Repels had to pit for a new front wing, unfortunately. And I think so has Hagerboy. And Smith, actually. Yeah, new front wing for Hager. No new front wing for Smith that I could see.
Maybe he just fancied some new tyres.
Yeah.
Maybe he was in a position where he thought he wouldn't lose too much, and just thought, why not some fresh rubber to go nice and hard to the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
But there we go. We were doing very, very well there for a little while. It was all looking very, very clean, actually.
The safety car's going remarkably slow, even by its standards, and I'm just watching my tyre temperatures plummet.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to work the tyres too hard, because ultimately, you know, tyre life and performance.
Yeah.
But if they're too cold, I will have no grip.
Yeah.
So Doris is, yeah, he's really, really shaking this thing around, trying to get some tyre temp and grip in the rear.
Well, I mean, the advantage to the sprint is, I would guess, tyre wear's really not going to be that high, so you can really afford to do some decent weaving to get some temp into the tyres.
You can, but remember, every 1, 2, 3% you exert into the tyre over this safety car period, that's effectively like a lap of tyre life and a lap more from the tyre's prime that you've lost, and the tyre drop-off on this game is quite big, so if you take too much out of your tyre, yeah, you'll have the temperature to start with, but then... Ooh! Doris crossed the pit line there.
Oh!
Interestingly. I sound like George Russell and Lando Norris going full snitch here, but yeah, if you wear too much out of the tyre, then if you take too much out of the tyre, you're going to really struggle.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you are.
So it's a weighing up game, which... Ooh, I nearly had an accident there.
That's why I have my special little warm-up technique that takes 0 life out of the tyres, interestingly.
Ah, yes. Now, that technique, which I know what you're referring to, is all well and good, but it does go very burny on the fuel. And that
it does go very
problem.
burny on the fuel, yes.
And if you're very close to the fuel delta, then that's not something you want to do too much.
Now, I will say this. I am a man who is a fan of overfueling. I'm a man who would prefer to have some weight added in favour of I get to lap 30 of 38 and go, I'm nearly on the red. And that means that when I do my special little warm-up technique, I can do it confidently and not have to worry about fuel.
I am the opposite. I like to make sure I'm right on the delta and light as possible.
I don't know what it is. When I do low fuel, I don't know what is wrong with my driving technique. I cannot save fuel for the life of me.
So the tip I would give is, when you get to the brake zone, say you brake at 100 metres, lift off at 150 and then brake at 80, 90, because you'll find you'll probably lose maybe a tenth at most, maybe 2 tenths if you're really unlucky. Yeah. You'll save quite a bit of fuel doing that, and then obviously short shifting is the other thing to do.
You know,
little bits like that, you save a huge amount just from those little bits.
I've done that. Do you remember the no assists race in Japan?
Very well. Ooh, safety car coming in.
I started with 2.5 laps of fuel and nearly ran out of, and I was very grateful for safety cars.
Ooh, it'll be interesting. When's he going to go? Because the safety car's only just left us, so he can't go yet.
No, he can't.
Safety car's not even near the pits yet.
No, it's a very, very long stretch to the pits here.
And it's a straight line as well.
Exactly. He has gone.
He has.
And Chris Bailey has not been caught sleeping, and neither and Ultimate Fabian's on the back of him.
Where is Wookie going there? I think he is a late breaker.
I think he's very confident under braking.
Save has got past Aldrich. Didn't quite see it, but I saw a bit of it in the mirror.
Hoseman and Loppy have had spun at turn 1, unfortunately. Otherwise, I think we're doing okay throughout the grid. Yeah, it all seems to be fairly static at the moment. Mind you, Womax is putting Airways under a lot of pressure here. And he's got G-Star right up his rear end, so he doesn't want to be making any mistakes here. As I say, there goes G-Star. Oh, and there's that is very unfortunate. We move on. Tell you what, Doris is just an absolute bullet around here.
He's flying. He is rapid.
That is very, very impressive from Doris.
Someone's put a chili somewhere inside him, because he is not waiting around.
He's not. 1.7 seconds.
Trying to say it earlier, he's got some pace, and fair play to him. He's showing it.
But we are not going to see a safety... DRS, rather, this sprint race.
No. Loppy's out.
Loppy is out, unfortunately. Oh, there is a lot of battling from P9 down to P12 in the first sector. Speedy Bullet's lost it.
Oh no, that's a shame. He had some great pace yesterday.
He did. Single track and Europel going too wide here. Single track is much more confident under braking. But Europel got a much better exit there. And single track's lost it.
Oh,
He's
no.
out. And Europel gets a 10-second penalty for corner cutting.
Oh wow.
As it goes, that was about as bad as a corner could go, unfortunately.
I've had a pretty messy lap here, I won't lie. I've had Wookie and Stevie close right up to me. And Doris, I can barely see him now. He's credit to him. He's absolutely flying. And
He is just
fair play to him.
gone. Fair play to the man. But Doris will take the win. And Chris Bailey will come across the line in second place.
Nice one for Wookie in P3. That's the Challenger win for Wookie.
Yeah, that's a
Good try from him.
very good result from Wookie.
Yeah. Aldrich's taken the Challenger P2. Good for him. And Airways P3 for Challenger. Sadie's
Yeah.
P2 Elite. And Kid Dynamite's taken P3 for Elite. Good
Yeah.
race from him.
Very good race. And Scotty takes P4. He's a man who is really, really coming into his own now in this league, to be fair.
He is.
Martin Hill
was,
says, so busy trying not to hit Europel and looked back at the wrong moment. You can't back on this track.
I have to say, that was an eye-opener.
Yeah. So the finishing results, we've got Doris, Chris Bailey, Wookie, Saviour, Aldrich Fabian, Airways, Scotty, Kid Dynamite, Bit, G-Star Snipes, followed by Anton, Hagaboy, Woomax, Europel, Smit, Speedy Bullet, Hoseman, Single Track, Loppy, and definitely Duke, who unfortunately was our first DNF, but you've got a 35% race to prove your mettle.
Yeah. I think it's 18 laps we're going to have here.
Yeah,
Compared
18
to the
laps.
25 laps we'll have on Monday and Monday and Wednesday in the 3 tiers.
Oh my good grief.
I have to say, yeah. I think that kind of says it all. Actually, that says enough.
Yeah, you don't need to say anything
Yeah.
else. Just that was a thing.
That was
Yeah.
Oh dear. But here we are in Viva Las Vegas. There we go,
Yes.
someone else say it. And you're the singer. You should be the one saying it.
Look, have we not learned by now that I'm not going to sing on stream? How long have I been on comms?
Listen, Simon. Your job is to sing, and then I will show you my special wing.
Oh, steady on.
Indeed. Strategy-wise, so obviously the 18 laps, medium soft or hard medium or soft hard
Yeah.
are your 3 options, and interestingly here, the delta between all 3, the difference is about 3 to 4 seconds overall.
Okay.
So, if I'm honest, you can do any strategy and it doesn't make a difference.
No, that's
are
not enough of a
good.
difference in Delta to make you think, actually, it's not worth doing that.
No, you might as well play safe and start on the mediums, and then whatever safety car situation comes, you can react.
Yeah. Absolutely, I would 100% agree with that. But it's going to be interesting to see what the Delta is like once we get to a 50% race.
It's the same. I looked this up last
Is
night.
it?
It's basically the same. No more than 5 or 6 seconds. But ultimately, if you're in DRS trains or safety car situations, it's going to nullify that.
Yeah.
Wookie's gone for the hard tyre. Saviour and Doris have gone soft. Myself and Aldrich have gone medium. That's your top 5 tyre rundown.
Yeah, we've got a smattering of softs. We've got Doris, Saviour, Airways, Scotty, Bit, G-Star, Boy, Woomax, Speedy Bullet, Hoseman, definitely Duke, and Smit, all on the soft tyres. Loppy, Single Track, Europel, Kid, Dynamite, Aldrich, and yourself on the mediums. And Wookie is the only man being brave enough to go for a hard compound on a very chilly track.
Yeah, he's thinking if there's an early safety car, he'll put the mediums on.
Yeah.
And otherwise, he'll wait for a late safety car to put the softs on. That must be the logic. And to be fair, it's a good call, because you can make that work very easily. So, good for you.
But I would be terrified of getting my hard switched on at the start of the race.
You'd be terrified of getting your okay.
I should have known that you were going to make that dirty.
Look, you said the words, my little Welsh friends. Now, own it.
Oh gosh, but yeah, I think I'm going to stay well away from the hard tyres at the start of the race on Monday, just because I think I would have zero grip, and what little starting position I had would get worse very quickly.
So at this low speed of 108 miles an hour, I'm having plenty of chance to enjoy the sights of the wonderful Las Vegas Boulevard, the Strip as it's known.
Yeah.
Did you know it's not the real Eiffel Tower on the Strip here? It's not the real one.
Is it not?
No, there's another one.
Oh my gosh,
there's another
there?
bigger, better one. Yes.
Where's that?
I'd never heard of this place. It's called Paris.
Paris. Yeah, that one.
Oh, Paris. Yes, Paris.
Yes.
Not to be mixed with Barry in South Wales.
Yeah, no. Although I'm pretty sure they do have their own little Eiffel Tower as well.
If that's just a local man called Clive leaning over to another man called Keith, then that doesn't count.
I mean,
that doesn't count.
The Welsh will do what the Welsh will do.
No comment. You can say that because you are Welsh. I cannot. I'll get accused of xenophobia or something.
We'll get removed from the YouTube.
Yes. But good luck to everyone once again.
Yep, 18 laps are about to get underway. We will see some lights any second. 1, 2, 3 lights, 5 lights, and we are away for the here tonight, and it's a Bailey. But Doris, look at the zone. Oh,
wow. That was close.
That was very, very close.
I took avoiding action and my heart stopped. Oh,
Airways
BSC.
has already lost
BSC.
it. And Speedy Bullet gets 5 seconds for a collision with Europel. Guys, we did this so well in the sprint race.
Oh, full safety, full safety.
Full safety, that was very, very quick.
Interesting. I think there will be some people pissing for a set of hards or mediums depending on what tyre they're on. I can see it happening.
Yeah. Potentially.
Personally, I think there will be more safety cars, and that's no disrespect to anyone, but I think between us all, we do not have the ability to not hit the walls.
Yeah.
That's a track that no one's 100% confident on yet.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have to say, for our first race in Qatar, I actually think that went relatively well.
Yes, it did. The Qatar is a really fun track, actually. And I didn't want to like this Vegas track, but annoyingly, I think it's quite fun. But both these new tracks are, in their own way, a nice, exciting challenge. They're refreshing and they're interesting.
It's not very often on F1 games that you get to take on a new track, so it is nice to have a change. I will say that. And we've had 2 in one season, which has been, I'm going to call it stressful.
Yes, I remember when we had Vietnam on 2020, I think it was. Now, that was really hard to learn.
That was a disgusting track, is what that was.
However, it was only one track to learn.
Yes.
And as you mentioned, this year we've got 2 tracks to learn, and obviously we've all started learning, and we're all getting a hood. But it takes a lot of time to learn any given track.
Yeah.
To a good level too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as we are furiously, fearlessly competing in high intensity, high octane sport, you want to at least put on a good show. You don't want to just turn up. You want to.
Yeah.
You want to do good.
Yeah. 100%. But I have this thing that we can discount Kota. Okay, Kota's actually a very, very good track, and there's overtaking opportunities and blah, blah, blah.
It's a likeable track.
Yeah, but the two latest American tracks are more or less car parks.
Yeah, now, Miami can be fun, but ultimately it's quite boring, and same for this, it's quite fun, but it's just, again, same Miami, just a few big straights, and then some slow tiptoe, trip yourself over corners.
Yeah. I will say, when it came out on F122, I absolutely fell in love with Miami. It became one of my all-time favourite tracks. And then I played it on this game, and I decided no, that was very short-lived.
Both the American tracks were awful on this game. Really shoddy.
They really are. I don't know what has happened to them, but I'm really not enjoying them on this game.
No. Who's pitted, by the way? I see there's 4 cars at the back. I can see it.
We've had a few pits, I think. Let's have a look. So, on 0 laps, we've got definitely to hards, Airways who have switched to hards, and Europel and Loppy who are on fresh softs.
Interesting. The softs, they all pit again. The hards should make it to the end. But
yeah. I think definitely Duke and Airways
there'll be more pitters.
Maybe could have pulled a bit of a blinder here by switching to the hards at this point. They don't necessarily have to stop again. A safety car or two, and they are absolutely laughing.
If there's another safety car, everyone pits and comes out behind them, almost certainly.
Yeah.
But the issue they've got is, are they going to get stuck in the traffic, or are they going to come flying through? Their tyres won't be that much better than everyone else's because of how early safety car came out.
Yeah.
But they could well be just naturally quicker, so good luck to them, see how they go.
Yeah, Ant and Bit have suddenly pitted.
Oh,
which is,
they must have either had contact or they're going for a strategy.
It's a bit of a rogue moment to pit. Yeah, Ant had a new front wing. For definite. I don't think Bit did. Bit's now on the hard tyres, so I think he's listening to the stream and has gone, aha, they've made a very good point.
He's listening to the wise men.
Exactly. Now, normally at this point under safety car, I would delve into the history of a track and start...
Oh no, there is one race you can refer to.
Yeah, normally I would make really difficult questions about who won this race in 1976. But, you know, I can't do that here because we've raced here all of one time. And if I'm honest, I didn't watch the race.
Oh no, there's 2. There was the Caesars Palace car park that they raced in I think it was 1978, but you'll have to forgive me, I might be a few years out.
Yes,
that
many
was literally
moons
a car
ago.
park. Literally.
Yeah, no, but this particular track has had one outing. I have very little to say about it, because as I say, I didn't watch the race. I turned the wheel around here one time, decided I hated it, and decided I had no interest in watching the race, as much interest as I had in actually racing it myself. However, I did see a spectacular move from a certain Charles Leclerc.
You did. At the end of the boulevard, where we are now, he absolutely licked the stamp and sent it on Mr. Perez.
That was an outstanding move, and it was one of those moments where you look at Charles and go, actually, if he really got his head down and got himself sorted, that is a man that can compete. And got the car, yes. But
he needs the wheels to play with.
If the stars aligned, that is a man that could really compete for a championship. Brian said, Bit actually listen to Ant, he doesn't have a stream on. Well, there you go. So here we go, we are waiting to go, we are waiting for Doris. And he has gone! And once again, Chris Bailey has been caught sleeping in no way, shape or form.
And that's because I had 2 naps earlier.
That is what we like. Get yourself ready for the race. Get the naps out of the way. Yes, we got through completely unscathed that time. This is what we like to see. And yeah, we're on the car park. It just is what it is. Mind you, Europel is Putting Airways under some serious pressure around here. But again, there's just not many overtaking opportunities around this track, unfortunately. You've got to rely on your ability to make some spectacular exits.
And use the lovely slipstream.
I was going to say, we are seeing for the first time the power of the slipstream. Look at this from Bailey. That was a very, very impressive slipstream. Try saying that 5 times fast. And he's through into P1.
Speed and power.
That is what we like. And Europeller's got Airways. Oh, Smith's gone! And it's another safety car.
We've just passed the safety car, thankfully. I just managed to get past it, and I've risked drive through doing it, but we've done it.
People at the back are pitting, obviously. Well, Europel is.
I am debating pitting, if I'm honest. I'm debating it.
Europel, I think, was kind of hoping for that. He's back on his medium tyres. He can take those to the end, I would say.
To be honest.
Yeah, you can take them to the end at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, he spun out of the pit lane, though. And his front wing damage.
Oh, no. That's really going to hurt his race.
What a nightmare for Europel. I will say, that is one thing I've noticed about this track, is on the exit to the pit lane, have you noticed, well, that, and have you noticed, like, a kind of throttle glitch on the pit lane exit?
No, but now you're scaring me.
Only because I put the foot down, and it kind of seems to just go, no, I'm not ready to put the foot down. You're going to wait, and then all of a sudden, it gives you all of the pedal that you've put down, and you can very easily spin.
By the way, I've just found out I'm doing 200 miles an hour flat out, and I'm dropping time on the Delta, on the boulevard. And this is safety car.
That's mental.
Oh no, and it's suddenly just gone up. Oh,
hello, Doris. Hello, Doris.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not going to comment on that.
Nope, on we move. Chris Bailey goes into the pits. As does most people behind him, except for Mr. Wookie.
Oh no, I pushed the button too early. I'm going to lose a position here.
Oh no! Don't say these things.
I have. I've had a very slow pit stop. Yeah, Doris is ahead of me. And unfortunately, they're both on the mediums tyre because they started on the soft and I started on the medium. And I'm now on the hard. Yeah.
You are sandwiched between two mediums, I'm afraid.
It's fine, I overtook him once, so I can try again. But more importantly, look at the guys who pitted last time.
Yeah. That is, people like... Definitely Duke, Airways, Bit, and they are suddenly laughing a little bit, really, because Single Track's going to have to pit, G-Star's going to have to pit, and Wookie's going to have to pit, so our de facto P1 at the moment is definitely Duke again.
Fair play to those guys for pitting, they made the right call there.
They did, they absolutely did, and we hope, we pray that definitely Duke keeps it in the race this time, because he seems like he has some really impressive pace around here.
Yeah, he's quick. But this means we're going to have some battling, and that could be, as we saw in the start of the sprint race, when people made the contact in turns 3, 4, 5, etc. Or as Mr. Hills called it yesterday, in a message to me, the hoof of the pig. The front hoof.
Yep.
Around the sphere, the globe.
Yep.
That is the danger zone.
It is.
So if you've got the map on the screen, the top left of the track, that is the real danger zone, and then the two chicanes at the end, well, the two chicane sections either side of the boulevard. Yeah,
they are the big problem areas, to be fair. They're particularly the hoof, as you called it around the globe, that is just a very slow section of track, and you cannot allow yourself to get excited there.
Well, not just that, but it's a section where, because as you mentioned earlier, there's no real reference there. Everyone is taking different approaches to that sequence, and therefore, everyone being on a different approach makes it very difficult to predict and read the cars ahead. Yeah.
This is a track where I'm going to be utilising my approach to Azerbaijan, Baku, which is I'm always terrible at just remembering my braking points at Baku. So I prefer to early, brake very light, and I can increase the brake pressure as I need to, reacting to the car ahead, rather than trying to late brake and go for a move.
It's a very wise move.
That is my game plan. Heinrich Schmidt, bubble wrap Monday and Wednesday for me on this track, he says. Yeah, I think that's also a very, very good idea there.
Indeed, I agree.
But, yeah, there's very little to report on. As I said, I have very little to comment on the history of this track. Max Verstappen won, as he won 95% of races this season.
I believe it's 91 or 92%, but yeah. You might as well have been 100 at this rate.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, I'm very interested to see what's going to happen in the new season. Because McLaren have come out of the woodwork all of a sudden. Mercedes supposedly have some big upgrades in prep for next season. Ferrari are building... Go on.
Sorry, go ahead. No, you go.
I was just going to say that Ferrari are supposedly building an entirely scratch car, just completely ditching all the work they've done on this new car so far and starting from scratch. So, could we potentially see a few teams in competition next season?
Yeah, the Merc and the Ferrari and the McLaren have completely adapted their complex designs this season. Next season being brand new cars, they should make huge leaps forwards.
Yeah.
Because this year was compromised cars to make the design work.
Yeah.
Next year will be bespoke to suit that style that they try to adapt into. Of course, Red Bull's still got a huge advantage. But
oh gosh, yeah. But hopefully as the season goes on, you know. But yes, we are restarting. Wookie will be leading us away and is...
This is very slow.
Taking his sweet time, and he has gone. And G-Star has not been caught napping, but Single Track really hasn't been caught napping. G-Star goes super defensive on the inside and completely outbrakes himself. And definitely Duke is already up into the lead of the race.
Yeah, Saviour just took me. He made a brave move on the inside turn one. And yeah, the mediums have got much more grip than the hards right now.
Yeah, but give it 6 or 7 laps and the tides may change.
Oh, we got 3 wide here. Saviour had to brake hard to avoid that.
This is a very intense restart. Let's keep it nice and clean, everyone. As Bailey goes around the outside of Saviour. Too wide, still too wide.
Oh, I've got to give him lots of room there because there's no room.
Yeah.
On the exit.
That was some spectacular driving.
Oh, that was scary.
Doris is making a move around the outside a bit now. Oh, he took that curb like an absolute champ, did Doris, and made the move on bit. And now let's see whether the slipstream is going to be taking much effect this time.
Oh, this is scary.
As we're too wide with Saviour and Chris Bailey again. Oh, we have.
Oh, I got hit.
Yeah, that was a bit of light wheel bumping.
Oh, I need Carl to hurry up. Carl's backed off the throttle. I need him to move. Oh, flipping Nora. Oh,
no,
yeah, I just had a collision. Oh my word.
Oh, yeah, that went wrong.
Yeah.
Head down, Mr. Bailey, head down. There are 10 laps to go.
I've got damage. Oh, I've got damage.
There's still 10 laps to go yet. Anything can happen.
I hope Savvy's okay. I think I got hit, and then couldn't avoid him. But I hope he's okay. I don't know where he's dropped to.
He's in P16 at the moment, and he's missing an end plate.
Yeah. I'm going to box for some softs.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet.
But we're going to find out.
We are. This is a good test for Monday. As Doris is right at the back of Airways. And is making the move down this stupidly long straight. Oh, that curb just unsettled him too much. As they're still too wide, some light wheel banging, but Airways holds on to P4. Tell you what, definitely Duke has a 1.8 second gap at the front. He's having a terrific feature race here.
Yeah, he is. He's done a great job.
As Aldrich Fabian's got a very nice exit and is making the move on Kid Dynamite for P7. Very nice move there. As it turns out, the DRS is unbelievably powerful. And Doris is right at the back of Wookie now. I think Doris is running some quite low wings, you know, because he has got some wicked straight line speed.
I think you're right.
Which is more impressive looking at him going around these corners, because he's still unbelievably in control. And he's definitely got the move done here, 0.1 of a second behind as he gets to the DRS line. There he goes. Not much you can do there, unfortunately. And single track's coming as well. Wookie's going to lose 2 places down 1 straight. Single track had half a look at Doris, but backed out. I don't think Wookie's tyres are very happy, actually, because he's now under threat from Airways. I say that as he makes the move on single track. Very nice move from Wookie there. And Airways has half a look at single track, but can't quite get the move done there. I think single track's going to be too far back to make anything happen here. Yeah, unfortunately so. I think Airways is another one who's running some quite low wings, because he's making a lot of progress down straights.
I think he must be, but if he's getting a good slipstream and a good toe out of the corner and a good exit as well, then that will definitely contribute to it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Hoseman's hanging on to the back of Kid Dynamite quite nicely here. Haggerboy's having half a look at Bit. Slowly bringing that gap down. And Bit's going to have no DRS to defend himself now, so although he's got a 0.8 of a second lead, how helpful is that going to be down a very, very long DRS straight? I think he's just got enough. Yeah, he's managed to hold on for the moment. Kid Dynamite made the move on Loppy, so that's who Hoseman is chasing down now. This fight for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and even 6th, Ant is right on the back of this now as well. This is, I think, the most interesting battle on track. As Wookie gets the run and takes single track. Is Airways going to have a go? No, he's not this time. Very controlled through there, very nice. Haggerboy's just kind of maintaining the gap a bit at the moment. Always say that as he runs very wide out of the hoof. Can he get that time back in time for the DRS straight? I don't think he can. 0.6 this time, he's a bit closer. A single track and Airways have both got past Rookie on one straight. As Haggerboy gets past Bit. Looked like he was going to run wide, but just manages to hold it. Let's see if this is the time Airways is finally going to make the move on single track. Single track got a very nice exit. And Airways can't get it done there. Doris is closing that gap to definitely Duke now, down to just 1.3 seconds. Tell you what, this gaggle now is all the way from P3 down to P8 now. And I doubt it'll be very long before Kid Dynamite joins the back of this. Single track's definitely going to lose out to Airways here, but how many places is he going to lose in one straight? Ooh, having said that, single track has some filthy straight line speed as well. Through goes Airways. As Ant backs out of it. Manages to defend from Wookie very nicely. Europel gets past Aldrich. Doris almost got DRS on definitely Duke now. It's getting close. Hoseman gets past Kid Dynamite. And he has Loppy for company now. Sadie gets a very nice exit, so can defend from Haggerboy. Europel gets past Wookie. And Aldrich Fabian's having a look now as well. But Wookie absolutely sends it and makes contact. So Aldrich Fabian hangs on to P7. Let's see if Ant can get anything done here. Bit of a kick off the curb. But that slipstream is just so powerful. And he's got plenty of ERS in reserve as well. As Airways loses 2 places that time.
Who's yet to pit, out of interest?
Single track, Wookie. Haven't pitted. They're the only 2. No? No, they have. They're on 13 laps, so they have pitted. So everyone's pitted, I believe.
Oh no, it'll be 4. Ooh, I think
it would be 14 laps. So it's just Wookie.
Yeah.
Just Wookie.
Oh, I think Carl has pitted.
Yes, he has.
Just come into the pits.
Carl has come into the pits. You're absolutely correct. Is that damage possibly? Yes, it is. Unfortunately. As Ant get the moves on single track now. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. There's actually quite a little bit of contact there, but we move. Ant defends the inside very nicely. Oh, but then runs very wide and has to back out. Woomax is out. Oh, and single track's out as well.
Is that not a safety car?
No! I think we're too close to the end for a safety car, lap 15.
No, we can technically get one, but oh, that's a shame. Kind of
Alas,
need one.
I'm afraid not.
Oh well.
So at some point in all of the chaos, I missed that Doris has made the move on Definitely Duke and has a 1.8 second lead at the front of the field, which with Doris's pace is no massive surprise. He's been absolutely disgusting all race. But Definitely Duke has a 14-second gap to Ant in P3, so I mean he's pretty comfortable at this point. My question is, when's Wookie gonna pit? Or have I just missed him pitting? Can he start on the hards? Can he maybe pit lap 1?
He started on the hards. He started on the hards, the rookie.
Let's just, I can't do things. Yeah, Wookie hasn't pitted and neither has G-Star.
I think G-Star is trying to learn the track, to be honest. He was saying yesterday he was struggling.
Well, I mean, it's a good opportunity to learn the track, but it's definitely worth pitting, I would say. At some point, before the end of the race. What have we got? So Airways is holding on to the back of Ant very, very nicely here. But Europel is not letting them out of his sight. Very nice. Can he get the exit? No, but Airways can. Slightly better. Hoseman looks like he might have had a spin. Oh, he got a 5-second penalty for a collision with Kidd.
Yeah, he's just come out that corner now.
Martin Hill says, tyres were toast, was going to pit as my SC gamble didn't work out. That's unfortunate, mate. But now you know what you're doing on Monday, so that's the main thing. How are your softs holding up, Bailey?
Very slidey in the rear. I'm drifting through a lot of corners, to be honest.
Ooh, not what we like.
I mean, I like a twitchy rear. I like a rear that moves, but this
maybe
is
a bit too much.
How I like it.
No.
This is too much for me.
Okay.
To the point where I'm losing the rear into corners very easily, and I'm just the brake bias constantly.
Oh, that's
to try and get,
definitely not
and
what
that's
you
making
like.
the front end very difficult on turning into a braking zone as well.
Yeah. No, that is absolutely not what we like. Oh, Europel hits a wall.
How badly? Hopefully he's okay. I hope he's okay, at least.
We've lost an end plate by the looks of it.
Oh, he'll keep going to the end from there. He should be fine.
Only 2 laps to go. You might as well just power through.
Yeah, you might as well stick it out from here.
Yeah. I don't think it'll make enough of a difference at this point to stop.
No, definitely not.
And he's still holding on to the back of Airways relatively well. And is gaining pretty rapidly down the pig spine. And gets the move done, so I mean, he's not letting it hold him back.
Lots of lockups ahead of me into the 3-part chicane.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
People have got damage ahead of me.
Wookie finally pits, going on to the last lap.
Oh. Left that one late.
He has left it very late. I think this for him was probably, let's see how far I can take the hard tyres. Just out of interest. See, we are Airways on Europel, can't quite get the move done. Very nice exit from Airways though, and he gets the move done, yeah. I think Europel actually slightly backed out there.
Aldrich's round and Fab, as you saw Haggerboy and Dynamite have a little bit of a ding-dong.
Oh yeah, there's a bit of fighting going on here. Loppy's out!
Oh, there's cars round.
There's
lots
many
of
a
cars
car round. Many a car had a spin there. Ooh, a little bit of traction lost from Bailey there.
Yeah, got a bit offline before that, and my tyres didn't like it so much. Trying to react to Dynamite, he's got no wing.
Yeah,
That's quite difficult.
That's a very valid point. Oh, that's a very good exit from Bailey, though.
I had to back out. I want the DRS. I need it more than he does.
Yeah. Let's see how he's going to do down here.
Oh, I think he's got it anyway, and he's got no front wing. That's less drag. That's a big advantage.
Yeah, and yet somehow Chris Bailey manages to make the place anyway. Very nice indeed. I've completely missed the top three have finished, 4-5. And here comes Saviour, who will come across the line in P6. Also known as P4 for Elite Tier.
Oh,
P5 for Bailey. Oh, 0.057.
Yeah. Sideways across the line.
Wow. Then Bit's going to come across the line in P12. I'm not going to sit here and try and figure out exactly where within their tier. And unfortunately, G-Star is just coming down the spine of the pig now. But that was a very interesting race. As we expected, there was some learning going on during that race. But
definitely,
I think overall we can call that relatively successful for a first race in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that was a huge amount to learn from there.
Yeah. I mean, we've definitely had more DNFs in tracks that we know very well. 5 DNFs is not that huge. Drive of the day from the game goes to definitely Duke, which is completely valid because he had a spectacular race coming from P20. Bergen says Chris smells.
That's true, I do. I'm sweaty right now.
Valid point. Valid point, well made. So there we go. The provisional finishing position of the race. Doris takes P1, followed by definitely Duke, which is a fantastic debut in MRC, followed by Airways, Anton, Saviour, Chris Bailey, Aldrich, Fabian, Europel, Wookie, and Kid Dynamite, followed by Scotty, Hagaboy, BitW, Hoseman, G-Star, and our DNFs, which were Loppy, Single Track, Woomax, Smith, and Speedy Bullet. Well, there we go. That was a very interesting introduction to Las Vegas for MRC. Thank you all for joining me in the YouTube chat, and thank you for joining me on Driver Comms, Bailey. It's been a long time since we've done comms together.
It has.
So, there we go. We will be back on Monday at 7 PM, where the Tier 2 boys will take to the very, very chilly lights of Las Vegas, followed by Tier 1 at 8:45. We hope you can all join us then. Thank you for joining us. Good night.